Well, friends, this is Scott, and we've just passed the dog days of summer and heading into fall. And I've done most of the projects. I've been able to stay on top of things, but these little rings that I put around all these fruit trees are covered in my nemesis, bindweed. And I've been putting off getting in here and cleaning these up. I've done it once or twice this year. But my biggest problem was when I first put these wire cages on, I put them on really secure and thinking I wasn't have to open these cages up, but in reality, I've got to open them up and clean them every month or so. So I've got a lot smarter, and I've just zip tied them shut now. So they're easier to get in, but as you can see, there's lots of work to be done. And here's the first one I opened up. I started with one of the easier ones. And yeah, a lot of grass in this one, not too much bindweed. But as I progress into the other ones, you'll see more and more bindweed. And the stuff's just nasty stuff. The previous owner quit watering this lawn several years ago. They decided they just weren't going to pay for water, and with the drought and everything, they were just going to let it go. Well, that's a great idea, I guess, but when you let these type of weeds take over a garden, you're going to fight them for years. So I've got a fight on my hands with this bindweed. And here's the worst one, which I've saved for last, and yeah, it's just the whole cage is just covered in bindweed. But as you saw that last cage, it looked a little bit worse for wear. The bindweed had died off. Last weekend, I did what I hate to do, and I had to use weed and feed. And so it did kill some of the dandelions and things. It's still a little early. I just watered it in this trip down. But I did get rid of some of the bindweed. But I've also got all this other type of weeds, low-growing weeds in this grass, and it's going to be a mess. And it's going to take me a long time to probably get this cleaned up. But when I do mow it and weed everything, it does look green, and it looks pretty good. The grass in this section of the yard is on the north side, and it's much better grass. And I think it's just because it was on the north side and didn't dry out as bad after the previous owner quit watering. But I'm sorry for the glare, but it is morning when I'm taking this video, and it's the morning sun's glaring on the lens. But as you see, it looks a lot better. I still need to put down one more wire around this tree. That's a little pear tree, but looks much better after I clean it up a little bit. And yeah, so I'm just going to keep having to weed and feed, and then next spring I'll put the seed out and see if I can get some grass growing. Now taking another quick look at the pasture. After I did the little pasture series with the animals and my mowing and then the aftermath. It hasn't rained much this last week, but I was able to get some water on it twice this week, and the pasture's looking really green. You know, the ground is pretty clay, and it gets hard really quick with the sun, but going into fall, the nighttime temperatures are definitely dropping, and I think this pasture is going to be in good recovery mode for the rest of the fall. Now I can visualize where I want to put the chicken coop and the chicken run, and maybe some sheep shelters. And I think I will be putting sheep in here next year, but we'll have to see how kind of that goes. But pasture's greening up and looking much better than it did. So I'm pleased with that progress. I'm not as pleased with the lack of progress I have in other areas of my yard, but at least this trip down, I got the grass mowed, and I got the bindweed pulled, and I got some watering done. And so heading into fall, we're looking a lot better, and hopefully get out and move some more dirt around, make some more planting beds so that we're ready to start the fall garden and then have it ready for spring planting. Well, thanks for watching this video. And if you like what you see, please hit that subscribe button, like, share, and comment, as I'd love to hear from you. Thank you.